Have you ever looked at a billionaire and just thought, how? How do they seem to bend reality to their will? We see the super yachts, the sprawling empires, the casual space flights, and we chalk it up to luck or inheritance or some ruthless genius we could never possess. We assume they're playing a different game, and in a way they are. But what if I told you the rulebook for that game isn't hidden in a Swiss bank vault? What if it's thousands of years old, written not in financial reports, but in ancient philosophical texts? What if the ultimate key to success isn't about mastering the market, but about mastering your mind? Today, we're not just talking about a positive mindset. We are going deeper, into a set of principles so powerful they've been quietly shaping the destinies of the most influential people in history. This is the Hermetic mindset, and these are the 7 hidden keys that could unlock a reality you've only dreamed of. Our journey begins with the most staggering and perhaps the most important principle of all. It's a simple 3-word phrase from an ancient text known as the Kybalion, the all is mind. Think about that. Everything you see, everything you touch, everything you experience, it all exists within a universal consciousness, a mental universe. This isn't just poetic philosophy. It is the foundational belief that reality is not something that merely happens to you. It's something that flows from you. The average person sees the world as a solid, chaotic place, a series of random events and circumstances they have to react to. They are a ship tossed on a stormy sea. The billionaire, armed with this first key, understands the sea itself is a projection of mind. They aren't reacting to the world. They are actively creating it moment by moment with the quality of their thoughts. Their empire wasn't first built with bricks and mortar, but with a mental blueprint, meticulously designed in the workshop of their own consciousness. This is the ultimate shift from victim to creator. It's the realization that your external world is a mirror, reflecting the state of your internal world. And that brings us to the second powerful key. As above, so below, as below, so above. This is the principle of correspondence. It means there's a harmony, an agreement between the different planes of existence. The vastness of the cosmos, the macrocosm, is reflected in the smallest details of your own life, the microcosm. How does a billionaire use this? They don't just dream of a successful company. They become the microcosm of that success first. Their daily habits, their discipline, their relentless focus, these are not just actions, they are patterns. They understand that a disciplined mind in the morning leads to a disciplined company in the afternoon. An internal world of order, clarity, and purpose will inevitably manifest as an external world of achievement and influence. Think about it. The chaotic desk, the missed appointments, the inconsistent efforts. These are small things, the below, but they are echoes reflecting a chaotic internal state. They are the seeds of larger failures. The ultra-successful are obsessed with the microcosm. They meticulously craft their thoughts, their routines, their environments. They build the below so perfectly that the above, the grand success we all see, has no choice but to manifest. It is universal law. Now, if the universe is mental and our inner world reflects our outer, how is it all connected? The third key provides the answer, the principle of vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. From the most distant galaxy to the thoughts you're having right now, everything is just energy vibrating at a different frequency. This isn't New Age fluff. It's a concept that echoes in the heart of quantum physics. Wealth has a frequency. Success has a frequency. Joy has a frequency. Despair and failure also have their own frequencies. Like a radio, you can only experience the reality that you are tuned into. Billionaires are masters of tuning their own frequency. They consciously cultivate the vibrational state of abundance long before it appears in their bank account. How? Through their thoughts, their emotions, and their deeply held beliefs. They focus on opportunity, not scarcity. They feel gratitude for what they have, which attunes them to receive more. They take actions that align with confidence and certainty. They are living, breathing magnets for the energy of success because they are a vibrational match to it. You can start applying this right now. Pay attention to your emotional state. Your feelings are your vibrational indicator. Cultivating joy, passion, and gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It is the real work of intentionally raising your frequency to match the frequency of the life you desire. But what about the negative things, the fear, the doubt, the setbacks? This is where so many people get stuck. They try to eliminate all negativity, a battle they are destined to lose. The fourth key reveals a much smarter way. This is the law of polarity. It states that everything is dual. Everything has its pair of opposites. But these opposites are not different things. They are identical in nature, just different in degree. Think of hot and cold. They feel like opposites, but they are both just variations of temperature. The same is true for fear and courage. They are two poles of the same spectrum. Poverty and wealth are two poles of the same spectrum of abundance. The average person is crippled by fear. They see it as a stop sign. The billionaire, understanding polarity, sees fear not as an enemy but as energy. They know that the same energy fueling their greatest fear can be transmuted into the courage needed to overcome it. They don't try to destroy the negative pole, they use it. When faced with a potential failure, they don't deny the risk. They acknowledge the pole of failure and then consciously start climbing the scale towards the pole of success by focusing on solutions, strategy, and opportunity. Look at your own life. Where do you feel stuck between two poles? Lack and abundance, confusion and clarity. Stop fighting the negative, acknowledge it, understand it is just one end of a stick, and then consciously put your attention and energy on moving toward the other end. That is true mastery. This brings us to a trio of final keys that work in perfect harmony, creating an unstoppable momentum. These are the principles of rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. First, rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. Success is not a straight line. There are cycles. Markets rise and fall. Energy ebbs and flows. The masses panic during the downturn, selling low. The master of rhythm understands the tide will turn. They remain calm, position themselves, and ride the returning wave to new heights. They work with the rhythm, not against it. Next, cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. There is no such thing as chance. Every thought you think, every action you take, is a cause that will ripple out and create an effect. Billionaires are deliberate creators. They don't hope for success, they cause it. They plant seeds of intentional action, knowing with certainty they will lead to a harvest. They take 100% responsibility for their reality because they know they are the primary cause. Finally, the principle of gender. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. This isn't about male and female. It's about the balance of two universal energies. The masculine energy is the doing, the action, the pushing forward. The feminine energy is the receptive, the creative, the intuitive. To build an empire, you need both. You need the masculine energy to set goals and take decisive action. But you also need the feminine energy to be receptive to new ideas, to nurture your projects, and to use your intuition to guide you. Too much of one leads to imbalance, either burnout from action without intuition or daydreaming without any action at all. The ultra-successful operate in a state of flow, seamlessly blending these three final laws. They understand the rhythm of their industry, they plant deliberate causes for the effects they desire, and they balance their assertive action with creative receptivity. These 7 principles are not magic spells. They are the mechanics of reality. They are the invisible architecture that governs our mental universe. The all is mind. As above, so below. Everything vibrates. Everything has its opposite pole. Everything flows in rhythm. Every action has a reaction, and everything requires a balance of giving and receiving. This is the operating system that the world's most successful people use, whether they call it hermetics or simply instinct. They have mastered their inner world, and as a result, the outer world has molded itself to their will. The most incredible part: these keys are available to everyone. They are your birthright. You don't need money to start applying them. You only need the willingness to shift your perception, to take control of your own mind. Begin today. Start seeing your world not as a fixed reality, but as a mental creation. Align your daily habits with your grandest visions. Tune your emotional frequency to one of abundance. Turn your fears into fuel. Work with the natural cycles of life, take intentional action, and learn to balance your energy. This is the real secret, this is the path. If this exploration into the deeper laws of success resonated with you, give this video a like and subscribe for more journeys into the mindset of mastery. And I have a question for you. Which of these 7 Hermetic principles do you feel is the most powerful? Let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear your perspective. Thank you for watching.